I heard they have very good steak in Argentina.
Yeah.
Isn't it supposedly they have really good steak?
Yeah, steak and, well, you know, all big juicy steak. Well, it depends if you like juicy. Depends what you like steak. So, how do you see yourself as an action star? Because your last film was End of Days. It was an action with Schwarzenegger.
I don't think it's so funny. I was wondering how the hell I got these places. I can't say that on TV.
No, yes.
I was wondering how the
you
heck.
can curse because it's going to subtitles, so they want to say another thing.
I just wondered, like, how did I end up being this girl? I ditched gym class. What's going on? And I'm like, wait a minute. Nobody's ever going to believe I could be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I was
That was a nice
interested.
touch.
I know, subtle, huh?
Yeah.
I was going to send it to my gym teacher from high school, being like, hey, you know, I ditched, but I'm your only student that's ever been on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Great, and you have the prop?
Oh, I have it at home, of course. You got to keep those kind of things. No, but I didn't want to do another action movie after End of Days, but I thought that I read Into Thin Air, I saw the Everest movie, and I thought this is a really great premise for the genre. And it had a heart. Like, there were real moments in it where I got to act, and I wasn't just, it was very different from the role in End of Days. I wasn't just terrified holding onto the hand of the superhero the whole time, you know? My character was really tough, and I thought really conflicted. The issue of what would you do in the face of tragedy? Who would you be? Would you be the person who was willing to give your life, or would you be the person who's, you know, knocking people over and wanting to survive yourself? And it's an interesting theory, and we can all sit back and judge and say who we'd be, but we don't know. And I thought that theme was really great, and the idea that it was about a brother and a sister, and there are never films about brothers and sisters.
Yeah, that's right, because all the action movies are the hero, whether it be a boy generally or a girl that has a love interest or a brother or something, but not siblings.
I think that
strange.
this was Martin Campbell's. I think he rewrote it with Terry, and that it was his idea, because originally I think the guy, it was his girlfriend that he was going up to save, and we've seen it, you know, we've done it, and
been there than that.
What?
Been there than that.
Yeah, we have, and it's like, it's such a different thing to sell, like the closeness of a sibling. And I don't know, I'm harder on my siblings than other people. I'm really frank with them, and I expect a lot out of them. And I think that the way that Annie treats him when he comes back is the only way you could treat a sibling. You couldn't treat your boyfriend or your boyfriend like that. You wouldn't. She's so tough on him. So it just sort of made more sense to me.
You talked about the movie as it's a drama movie and not an action movie.
I think that the direction is wonderful. I think it's suspenseful. I think it's shot brilliantly. And the editing, I think, is great during the action stuff. But I think the real heart of it is the relationships. Everybody's doing it following their heart. You know, I think Chris is coming up to save me out of love, and I think Scott Glenn's character is really, you know, at first it starts as revenge, but he's doing it because he loved that woman. And the two Australian brothers.
Yeah.
I cried when he realizes his brother's dead, and it's such a beautiful relationship. They did an amazing job, I think, down to the tiniest parts. I believed everybody. I thought that they were all really remarkable, and it's rare that you have a movie that's this exciting where they're not saying just the most asinine dialogue, or when the acting's actually like, I believe that. And I think that's why it's unique. You know, I think people see the trailer and they think, well, that's going to be a wild ride. But I think it's better than that.
Yeah, although your character is very active, she stays motionless all the time because she's in the
stuck
cave.
in the crevasse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was worried. When I read the script, I thought, everybody in the audience is going to be so bored when they get down to the crevasse.
Yeah, like
outside it's
coffee
the
and
crazy action, and they're doing crazy stuff, and it's beautiful in the mountains, and it's blue and dark down there, and I'm dying. But I think we rehearsed everything a lot, and I think exploring that idea again of who would you be, and the fights do help. And I love, there's this scene at the end where it's obvious Bill Paxton and I hate each other. I've already gone, hauled off, hit him. We're stuck together in this very small space, and we need each other, but we hate each other. And I thought that was such a fun scene to do. I saw it in the movie, and like I'm scowling at him, but at the same time.
Do you see him as a villain, or?
On certain levels, I think he certainly does. You come off as his theory about survival is definitely the less popular one with the audience. We all would like to say we'd be Annie, but we don't know. We don't know who we'd be, so I think it's hard to judge him. I think he is a survivalist, and he is right. You know, Nick Lee's character isn't going to make it out, but And he was really good too, Nick Lee.
Yeah, very good.
He was so good.
Okay, he's gonna got my head off